would like to present about intercultural communication. But before that, I would like to let you guys know that our group consists of 10 members. Back to our topic. First of all, I would like to explain a bit of the definition of intercultural communication. Well, based on Cambridge Dictionary, intercultural means relating to or involving more than one cultures, including their habits, beliefs, and traditions. While communication means a process of exchanging information between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, or behaviors. Intercultural communication is the study of communication between cultures and social groups, and it examines the many communication processes and challenges that arise. One of scholars and practitioners say that intercultural communication refers to the effect on communication behaviors when different cultures interact together. Hence, one way of intercultural communication is as communication that unfolds in symbol species. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for accept our invitation for this simple interview, Miss. Okay, good morning and have a nice day to all of you. First of all, I am Nashakir binti Abangje. We are from Bachelor of Arabic Language and Communication with Honors from University Saint Islam Malaysia. Let me introduce my group mate. Her name is Anis Ubaidah while the other is Muhammad Fikri. We are choosing you because you are the one of Student Malaysia who is further your study at overseas. I am representing our group for asking you some question about the culture in the New Zealand. Before we started, may I know more detail about you, Miss?
Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Nurwanida binti Ishaq and currently studying for my last semester in University of Canterbury, Christchurch, New Zealand, and I am studying Bachelor of Commerce, majoring in accounting and taking a minor course in information system.
Thank you, Miss. We wish we could go there too. Okay, next let we talk about your experience. As you said above, you are a student from one of university there. I hope you can explain the experience when you are being a student at the New Zealand.
Actually, I am joining KBA training program, which I should finish my first year degree in Malaysia first, and the remaining years will be continued in my current university. So, as we all know, the pandemic started to hit us 2 years ago, and it gives a lot of impact to my study too. So, I could not continue the remaining courses in New Zealand here. So, due to the closed border for almost 2 years, I think. But instead, I just like you guys study virtually and distantly from your friends and your lecturers. So I also frequently sending emails to lecturers and setting up a Zoom session to study together with my friends and even socialize with them. And speaking of experience that I will remember the most is when I miscalculate the time zone difference between Malaysia and New Zealand. So especially when the daylight saving ends, which is around at the end of this September or at the beginning of October. So daylight savings ended means when the winter will start soon, then the daylight will become shorter and the night will become longer than before. So there is one time when I forgot the daylight saving, which is around at the end of September. I think I forgot the time zone difference has been changed. That is from 4 hours to 5 hours ahead, and it confuses us, especially the first year international students, because we still not used to the situation before. Like for example, my class is usually at evening for New Zealand time or 12 noon at Malaysian time. but due to the daylight saving, the different time zone will become 5 hours instead of 4 hours. So, and I should attend the class at 11 morning Malaysian time instead of 12 noon. But gratefully, our lecturer considered that is not, and he's not deducting our marks right away. But I managed to enter New Zealand last March, and I just only got 1 month experience studying physically here. And I think studying here physically is way more interesting rather than watching the lecture live broadcast or the recording one. So what I can say about the lecturers here, they are so friendly and welcoming us warmly, like the president of our class physically. They even go straight to our table and have a good conversation with us and asking whether we already adapt with the cold temperature here and also anything else. And the best part about studying here is we do not burden by a lot of workload in each course because they really practice the balanced lifestyle and they don't give new assignment on the spot, and but they also outline the workload in the course outline, and basically we just have one assignment for every course and that's it. Okay, that's all, Shakira.
As we know, wearing a baju kurung is a culture in Malaysia for Muslim students. In your university, what should you and your classmates wear? Is it a casual uniform or any other clothes that you guys wear when attend the class?
We don't have that specific uniform or clothes here because everything is casual and appropriate. At least you wear appropriate clothes and it's okay. So, but most of the students here just using hoodie or sweatshirt to attend the class, and the environment here is really relaxed. And you can even use your sport attire too if you wish to. Maybe you want to go to sport after class because, like, if you're doing sports here, they does not have the specific time like Malaysian, right? We in Malaysian we just go to sport in evening or in the night, but here I always see they go for jogging in the middle of the day, which we don't do that in Malaysia, right? So yeah.
That was a great answer, Miss Vanida. Now we move to food. As we know, in Malaysia, nasi lemak is the most popular food or dishes here. For knowledge, may we know what kind of food that people in New Zealand love the most?
Okay. I think they love foreigners' food because there is one time when my friends going to dine in Indian restaurant. So the restaurant is really packed with all the Kiwi people, but I could not see any other Indian or any ASEAN there. So a lot of ASEAN restaurants here like sushi, Thai food, Vietnamese food, or even Malaysian food, it means that they do acknowledge Asian culture as well. And not only that, they also serve halal meals to Muslim too, but we need to ask them first whether the chicken or the meat is halal or not. And some of them do not like to buy food from restaurant. They rather cook by themselves because food here is quite expensive, I think. They do not sell foods that is less than $15, but if they are, I think the food is average and not so delicious based on my experience. But if you buy food more than $15, $15, then I guarantee you the good is food. The food is good, but just don't convert the expense, or else you will be like, oh, 40 ringgit for literally 1 meal. So, yeah.
Culture is the name for what people are interested in. Their thoughts, their models, their books, they read and the speech they hear. In Malaysia, especially in our university, the majority of the subjects are in Arabic language. In your university, are there any international language for that you and your friends learn?
Yes, we do have international languages provided here, but I think there is none of my university's mates taking international language courses because this is due to the business schools policy, because most of my friends here are doing commerce, like accounting, finance, economics. So the business schools policy here that we cannot take any course that is not about business, business courses. So which as minor, but they don't allow me to do so. Instead, I should take minor in any course that is related to accounting or any commerce. So but I have a friend in Wellington and in Auckland. They can take minor or study languages even though it is not related to their major course. So one of my friend in University of Wellington, she takes Japanese as a minor, and she said it's interesting to study more languages rather than just stick to one languages. That's all.
Too much information that we know about the culture. Thank you for the answer of the question, Miss Vanida. There are many pros and cons between Malaysia cultures and New Zealand cultures. It is a great interview, Miss. Thank you for spending your time with us. May your day fulfilled with joys and love. Stay safe and take care. I think we shall stop here. Again, thank you for your time. May Allah ease our way to achieve the goals. That's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Iman binti Sarani. My metric number is 1200188. In conclusion, each country has their own uniqueness, especially in cultural aspect as well as Malaysia. The various culture aspects including food, clothes, language, behavior, belief, and others. In brief, culture aspect in Malaysia can be concluded as follows. First, culture emphasizes the subtlety of character and moral perfection. Second, culture as a way of life that is material and non-material. Third, culture forms social unity in a space and at a time. Fourth, culture is said to be a social heritage. Thus, Ms. Vanida has already explained her culture during the interview session regarding its uniqueness as well its details in brief that show an impressive view about her culture. That's all from us. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.